So what I would like to take you through now is how to add a photograph to a post that you would put up on the Bellows. And a couple of things. First of all, it's important to know that the Bellows will only accept photographs that are 256 kilobytes or smaller in size. So one of the things I'll be showing you how to do is to resize your images, because typically the files out of a digital camera these days are many megabytes, so you need to get those down into 256 kilobytes or less. And there, at least if you're in the Windows environment, there's a simple program to do that with. And then I'll show you how to actually post a photograph up to the Bellows. First, let's do the image resizing. This is Image Resizer for Windows. It's a small free program that you can download. You can go to the download section right there and download Image Resizer by clicking on it. There are other programs that are out there. Just do a Google search for Resize Images Windows, and you can find several that will resize images. Once you have a program, or this particular program installed, this is the one I'm going to use, then you're ready to really start working on your images and getting them ready to upload to the Bellows. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to minimize my browser, and here are a few images that I put in a folder from the meeting, the April meeting at Arms and Armor. So here's a suit of armor right outside of Chris's door. But if you take a look at it, if you take a look at the properties, I'm going to right click on this image and go down and look at properties, and you can see that the size is 1.56 megabytes. And remember that the size limitation for the Bellows is 256 kilobytes, so we need to make that a little bit smaller. Well, once you've installed that program that I was telling you about, Image Resizer for Windows, what happens is if you'll go up to this photograph again, which is my image 5928, if you right click on it, you'll notice that there's a new command that goes into the menu called Resize Pictures, and you can select one or more images. I'm just going to select the one right now for this demo purpose. I'm going to right click on it, and it brings up a little box that says Resize Pictures. Do I want small, medium, large, or something for a mobile device? I'm going to click on medium and hit OK, and then the program acts, and it takes that image 5928 and copies it. It doesn't delete it, but it copies it, and then it renames it 5928 medium. I'm going to right click on that to go down to look at the properties of that, and you'll see now that the size of that is only 140 kilobytes, and so that will certainly work within the Bellows website. So I'm okay. I'll just cancel out of that since I was just looking at information. So I can upload this image to the Bellows without any problem. So let's go do that. Okay, here is the front page, the board index page, or the top level page of the Bellows. I'm going to go log in. And it will take just a second, and bingo, there I am logged in. So what I'm going to do here, just since this is just a demonstration, I know that under news and announcements the other day I put a guild meeting announcement for the April meeting at Arms and Armor. I'm going to open that back up, and there it is. That was the announcement and whatnot. But what I'm going to do is edit it, and the edit is just simply going to be adding an image to this post. Okay, and I'll even say the reason for editing this post. I wouldn't have to do this at all. It's just I'm just playing around here, adding an image. Okay. Normally you wouldn't have to do that or type it in. But here's how you physically add an image. It's in this section right here where it says file name, browse file comment, and add the file. And I know that this isn't intuitively obvious, but this is the way that you would add an image. It's also the way you could add a PDF when I'm posting the Metalsmith, for instance, in PDF form up to the bellows. I use the same command. In this particular case, I'm going to go click on Browse, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I believe I have a folder called April Meeting, and here is the location of that image that we just resized. And it says here, type of image, JPEG. Great, that's what we want. It says the size 137 kilobytes. Remember, if it's less than 256, then we're good to go. So I'm going to select that by left clicking on it. You can see that it's highlighted a little bit, and I'm going to hit open. And the location of that photograph on my computer is now listed right there. And so what I do is, if I want to put a comment with it, I can put it in this text box, and I can say suit of armor from Arms and Armor, April 2013 TGOM meeting. How's that? Okay, and add the file. Click on add the file, and you'll see that the Metalsmith, the bellows goes and gets that, or you upload that image to the bellows. And now we have one more choice. Now that that image resides up on our server with the bellows, we can either place it in line, meaning we can place it inside this text box area, or we can just have it as something that people would download. 9 times out of 10 what I do is I'll place it in line. So what I've done is added I went here, hit carriage return a couple of times just to get my cursor down, and then I'm going to say, okay, go ahead and place that image in line with the rest of the text, and it pulls up some code. And that's you don't need to know what that code is, and actually you won't even see that code once you hit submit. Your image won't have that particular piece of code in it. It'll just have an image. And so now we can hit submit and give it a second, and it will take us to the submitted message. And there we go. There is the text and body of the original post, complete with the various hot links that I'd put in there to Arms and Armor and things of that nature in the original post. And then here is the an attachment of the image. If you click on the image, it will expand, and actually you can reduce it by hitting that little magnifying glass with the negative, but you can also even expand it further by hitting the magnifying glass with the positive sign on there. So there's the suit of armor from the Arms and Armor meeting. And how cool is that, getting to go to a guild function where they make swords and armor. Well, that's all for now, and I will bring some other videos as to how to work with the bellows at a later date.